What's up everyone, welcome to your 29th PHP tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to check their form to when they enter all their information. We want to validate it and make sure it's alright, and also if it is, we want to send them a confirmation email so they can actually sign up for the game. And just a reminder to you guys, if you go to my website thenewboston.com and scroll down until PHP, all of my source code is right here for 27, 28, and I'm going to put 29 after this. And another thing, make sure you're watching these videos in high quality. If you can't even read what I'm typing right now, watch in high quality, and it's going to be crystal clear. And any questions that you have, sign up for my forum at thenewboston.com and ask me them there. I never check my YouTube messages, so if you ask me on my forum, thenewboston.com, I guarantee I will answer them for you. So now, whenever the user submits all this data, it's not going to actually check the data right here. It's going to go to registernext.php and it's going to validate all the data there. So what we need to do is actually make a file, and we're going to save this as registernext.php. And the purpose of this file is to validate all the data that we got from this form in register.php. And remember, whatever the action is, that's what script it's going to go. So under your new file you just created, register.php, the first thing that I'm going to do is make my PHP tags. The second thing that you're going to want to do, in the last tutorial, maybe we made a file to connect to our database. We want to include that anytime we're gonna be adding information or getting it from our database. We need to add connection.php and make sure that those are in single quotation tags. So now that we have included the connection file, we can connect to our database. And I remember I named mine like connect or confff or something, but just to show you guys what it is, yours is going to be different. But whatever is, put include, and whatever your connection file is, remember we did this in the last tutorial, include it right there. The next thing, or the very first thing that we're going to want to do is test if the username is alphanumeric, and if it isn't, then we want to post the error messages. And this is what I mean by that. In the website I already made, let's go Quora.com. I don't have anything embarrassing in my history, do I? No. Alright, just checking. I don't I don't want to post this video and have something embarrassing in there. Quora.com. And this is what we're going to be creating in this tutorial. We want the user to enter a password with or a username with letters and numbers like this, or Greg55. But if the user enters anything that has like symbols like that, then whenever they register, we want them to say username must only contain letters and numbers, so they got an error message. That's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go ahead and close that. We don't need it anymore. So the code for that, let's enter a comment so we know what we're doing. Test to see if username is alphanumeric. Yeah, I spelled it wrong, I know. The first thing we're going to need to do is make a variable to test. And this variable is going to be whatever their username, the username they entered. And this is where the post, where are you? Register.php. This is where the method post and the name comes in handy. Whenever you build a form in PHP, the method and the username combine to make a variable. So the variable starts out with, of course, a $_ and then it's the action's name. And since we were using post, that's the name we want. Now in the brackets you type whatever the name of the input is. So $_ post was the action or the method right here, in the name is username right there. So whatever they typed in for that, it's going to be automatically converted into a variable called test. So let's go ahead and do something with this information. Let's go set and make an if statement. Since we're going to say, alright, if your statement is alphanumeric, then go ahead and continue on with the registration. Else, if it's not, then we're going to want to send you an error message. So first we need an if statement and an else statement. In send to, actually, so we say if, then we test something, else if it's not true, then we're gonna send you header location invalid name.html. So we're gonna put our test condition right in here, and if it's invalid, what this means, if it's invalid, the other option, we're gonna send you to this website, and that's the website that says sorry, but you entered a name with symbols in there or something. So the test condition for this is kind of complicated, so pay attention. We want to have the test. We want to test this variable to make sure that our code is alphanumeric. It only contains letters and numbers. So to do that, you need to follow along really closely, because this is really confusing. You need to add an exclamation point and type in EREGI. This is a built-in function that PHP uses to test whether variables are alphanumeric. Now in your parameters in that, I need you to add quotation marks around right there. Quotation marks first, and then you need to add empty brackets, and in your brackets add the up arrow that's above the 6, then type in capital A minus capital Z, A minus Z in lowercase, and 0 minus 9. What this is going to do is test whether this variable is alphanumeric. Now if you're saying, alright, how do we know what variable to test? The other parameter it takes is the variable test. So again, in case you guys were wondering, right here we have a simple if statement that says, I think I'm missing a parameter somewhere. Yep, right here. Right there and right there. And you can see, alright, here we go, finally. If test right here, the two parameters it takes is what test you want to do and what variable you want to test. So if you say, alright, if the variable test is not alphanumeric or is alphanumeric, then we want you to execute this code, which we'll be typing in the next tutorial. But if it does include anything besides this, if it includes anything besides capital letters, lowercase letters, or number, we want you to send it to the error message that says, alright, you have an error, something contains an invalid symbol. So again, this is the built-in PHP function right here that tests the name that the user posted and makes sure that it only contains letters or numbers. So go ahead, and again, I'm going to have all this on my website, thenewboston.com. You can plug all of this, just copy it and paste it in your website if you want to make it really easy. But again, study this, make sure you know how to test if your variable is alphanumeric, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure to sign up in my forum, thenewboston.com, and again, don't forget to be watching these videos in high quality. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.